Good morning and welcome to FCRB TV. And it's only fitting that I was able to get a video up this morning after the results yesterday. The Carabao Cup action where, the heavyweight bout between, shouldn't call it heavyweight, well it is heavyweight, but it's like in a practice setting, which is the Carabao Cup, Chelsea and Liverpool. And Arsenal played Brentford in a quasi London derby, and what was I gonna say? And then there were some shocks in La Liga yesterday, as the powerhouses of La Liga didn't get results that were expected. So we'll get right into it, and we'll start off with the Arsenal. And Arsenal were able to dispose of Brentford 3-1. The game was it was a fairly good game. Obviously, Unai Emery put out what's the name? I would say a second team. Bird Leno got the start. And Lichtsteiner got a start, and our young academy graduate there, Emil Smith-Rowe, got the start at the number 10 underneath Danny Welbeck up front. Yeah, Welbeck started, and he got off to a great start because after about 4 minutes, he under 10 minutes, he scores off of a short corner, gets on the end of a cross, heads it far post, 1-0 to Arsenal. And the game was, we were in control. And then towards the end of the first half, we got a nice sequence of possession. The ball swung from the left back to the right back and came up the right-hand side, and gets onto Mkhitaryan, got the start, gets to Mkhitaryan, and he cuts inside, finds Iwobi on the left. Iwobi lays off to the onrushing captain, Nacho Monreal, for the day, and he rolls it across the 6, and Danny taps in to make it 2-0. So it's 2-0 at halftime, Brentford never gives up. They keep fighting. They get a free kick, and the guy tucks it in. I thought that Bird Leno should have done better, but he didn't. So it's 2-1, and now they've got life. And then the next probably 15-20 minutes, we're really under the cosh, Arsenal. We're having to defend. We're making some last-ditch tackles, having to get in the way. And I thought it was good that we had to go through something like that with those guys that were out there to build their confidence and understand that, there's a time, a spell where we have to defend. We have to defend, and we have to give it our all to keep from conceding again. And they were able to do that, which was good to see. And then the cavalry arrived, and Unai sends on Lacazette, Torreira, and Aaron Ramsey. And Laca came on and iced it for us and made it 3-1. And the goal he scored was just sheer power, determination, and it was a goal that showed his superiority to the opposition. It was also a goal that showed why he's our best center forward. I don't think Aubameyang has the strength to score a goal like that, to just bully and force your way through and slot home. Aubameyang is more of lightning, and Lacazette is more of a combination of both, of thunder and lightning, and he gave him the thunder and the lightning right there to make it 3-1. And Danny Welbeck is a poor man's Aubameyang, so I don't think that he has the strength to score that type of goal either. So the game ended 3-1. I wasn't. I felt like Smith Rowe didn't have a great game. It was, he worked hard, he tried, but he's still coming along. It's nice that he got that opportunity, but he's still a little ways away from being a real contributor to the first team. I think that as the tournament progresses, the Carabao Cup, yes, he should continue to get opportunities, but when the games get harder, he may struggle a bit, you know what I mean? But hey, that's part of the growing pains, you know. So that's what I thought of him. I thought Lichtsteiner wasn't great either, but his experience got him through. I thought that due to the fact that he didn't really dominate his right side, that I can only imagine. I mean, it was totally different from when he was subbed on against Man City. So it was just a little bit of a shock that he was having such. I mean, long story short, Lichtsteiner looked like, I could see that he was 34 years old. That's what he looked like to me. He looked kind of old. Rob Holding was good. Mustafi was good. Bird Leno almost scored on himself in the first few minutes of the game. He got a back pass, which was a little bouncy from Mustafi, but you're a pro, Leno. You've got to be able to deal with that. And my man almost kicked the ball into his own goal. It went out for a corner, man. It was kind of bad. So I think Bird Leno, he's nowhere near Peter Cech. As much as we want to, it's damn cold, man. As much as we were expecting to have him be our starting goalkeeper, we bought him in the summer, spent some money, we got excited. Cech is still better than him in all aspects. Cech is still better. So, but I think he's a goalkeeper for the future. So that's cool that we have him there. And again, he's going to see. This is what the Carabao Cup is for. To get these fringe players, these young players, the opportunity to get games and play games that have some importance. You know what I mean? So that is why the Carabao Cup is important. And it's not about winning it. If you win it, great. But it's all about getting more games for the guys who aren't going to feature on the weekend, who aren't going to feature in Europa League when the games get tight. So that's why the Carabao Cup is important. And the tight FA Cup games they're not going to play either. So they'll play the FA Cup games that we're sure to win, and there aren't too many of those. So yeah, that's the value of the Carabao Cup. So yeah, it was a good result. We even though there was a spell where we were under pressure in the second half, Arsenal still showed that we were the Premier League side and Brentford was the Championship side, and that was important to see, as we all know what happened the day before, where Man United struggled. So that was good to see. I was pleased with the performance. To touch on the other fixture that was in the Carabao Cup, the dress rehearsal for the Premier League clash on the weekend, Chelsea versus Liverpool, that went 2-1 to Chelsea. And I hate to admit it, but I'm a man who's honest when it comes to football, is that Eden Hazard scored a fantastic goal. Eden Hazard got the ball, beat a few men, laid it off, got it right back, beat some more, and smashed one home. And to be honest, that's a goal that I always felt he could not score. And it's looking like he's gone to another level, and that will force me to eat my words. But I'm still waiting to see what happens this weekend, you know, because again, the Carabao Cup, fringe players are playing, you know. He came on and did the bit just like Lacazette came on and did the bit as well. So we have to see him do that on the weekend when they play Liverpool again. So they won 2-1. He scored a fantastic goal. Daniel Sturridge scored a fantastic goal as well to give Liverpool the lead. And I forgot who equalized for Chelsea. I forgot. Who was it? That was some kind of mess in the box, 6 yards out, something like that. But the story was the winner in the 84th minute by Eden Hazard. So Liverpool is out. But again, it's the Carabao Cup. That's a pretty tough match to play, your first Carabao Cup match of the season. So I'm sure Liverpool fans and the club there, they're not really too concerned, because it was a big time player to put them out. Yeah, I said it, big time player. Yeah. So that's what happened there, and now we switch over to the La Liga fixtures. There were some La Liga league matches played yesterday, and Leganés were able to shock Barca and beat them 2-1. Barca were away from home, and they actually took the lead through Coutinho. Coutinho's wearing number 7. That's pretty cool. Didn't know he was wearing that, because when he got there he was wearing 14, but they switched it. And I knew that Malcolm had taken 14, but I didn't know what Coutinho had taken. Yeah, but he's wearing 7, which is kind of cool. So Coutinho scored first. It was a good goal as well. They're up 1-0, and then how did they score the other? They got in on the right hand side. Leganés made it 1-1, and then a mistake by Gerard Piqué allowed them to take the lead 2-1, and there were some chances at the end there for Barca to equalize, but big saves by the keeper, and they lost 2-1. And then another shock. Well, it's a shock because nobody expects Real Madrid and Barca to drop points often in La Liga, but they played a good side in Sevilla, and man on loan, Andre Silva, the Portuguese international, caught a brace against Real Madrid, and they smashed them 3-0. The third goal was scored by the Man United killer. What's his name? Ben Yedder scored the third, and they smashed them. And these goals were all scored in the first half. They were running riots, and it was kind of a shock to me because I feel this Real Madrid side is actually a better side than the one they had last season, because they still created chances. Bale hit the post once or twice, I think, but I tell you, these guys were running riots. It was like a jailbreak every time. They were just getting in behind all day long. And you know what I think? I think that with Lopetegui as a manager, he is actually playing a more attractive brand of football than Zidane did. I think he's playing a more open game. He's allowing his team to go forward more, and in the process of that happening, they're getting hit on the break more, so that rather than they hitting other people on the break. And when you have Ronaldo in your team, it's predicated on a counter-attacking style, because that's what Ronaldo's about, the counter. Let me get down there quick and bang a G, and then I'll say I'm the greatest. That's what Ronaldo's about. So that's what Zidane was able to use quite effectively during his reign at Real Madrid. But now Lopetegui's trying to play an expansive game, open it up and get touches, get people forward, and that's why Sevilla were able to hit them on the break all the time, bro. Sevilla played a great game, smashed them 3-0, and also the Madrid derbies this weekend, Atletico and Real Madrid. So maybe they were kind of concerned about thinking about that game on the weekend and kind of look past Sevilla, but Sevilla's too big of a club to look past. Ask Man United. So, so that was a bit of a shock. But Barca stays top of the league with Real Madrid tied on points, behind them in second, and Atletico's in third. So this weekend's Madrid derby is going to be fire. Can Atletico inflict more wounds to Real Madrid? That's what we'll have to see this weekend. But so yeah, that's where it is. We'll have the the league fixtures this weekend again for everyone. I forgot who Arsenal has, but I know it's not. Oh, you know who it is? It's Is it Wolves, is it? I think it's Wolves, no? If it's Wolves, man, that's going to be a tough game, bro. That's going to be a tough game. Either way, it's not one of the top 6. No, you know what it is? Yeah, it is one of the top 6 sides. It's Watford, not Wolves. Watford. So that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be tough because Watford can play. My man Troy. I like Troy Deeney. Troy, I follow him on Twitter. Troy Deeney's my dude. But when it comes to Arsenal, Troy, you ain't getting no love from me, fam. It's gonna be after the game, after we give you that L, then we're cool again. You get me? But it's going to be a tough fixture, and it's gonna be a real test. So the lads got to be ready. But listen, we got Lacazette, and I believe this man. He's like a superhero for me now. You know what I mean? Lacazette is our savior, man. When in trouble, shoot his emblem into the sky and have him come save us. Come on, Laca, get us 3 points this weekend. That's how I feel about that. And what's the word? Then we have the Madrid derby as well. So it should be a fun weekend. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Hazard's goal. If you saw it, what you think of the Carabao Cup result, and what does it mean for Real Madrid and Barca to drop points midweek? Let me know what you think. Holla at your boy. Subscribe, FCRB TV. Ciao.